I want the world to believe that there's a lot inside of me, but it's time that I come clean. I'm not what I seem, no. Some would say I'm possessed, yeah, but I confess I've just been obsessed with life and death and emptiness, I guess. Can't you see all of the change in me? Try to see what they could be, but I thought I'd be something. I thought you'd complete, that you'd erase all the pain that I felt in my brain. If you fill my heart with love, and you'd fill my voids above. Now you see that didn't change a thing. It's just so warm in my head. I give it time, but it never seems to end. I feel a fire in the back of my throat, so let's get covered in flames and play some games with the smoke. They said, don't you try to run right now, 'cause baby, I could burn you down. Yeah, can make your way into my veins, goes right through my limbs and take your way into my brain. So walk into a room, I can't help myself and the things that you do. Oh, you're killing me right now. You're killing me right now. I think it's time you burn me down. Oh, I love the things we do when it's just me and you. I'm burning up, oh, I'm burning up.
never meant to cause you any pain. I'm the one who wants to see you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you bathing in the purple rain. I never want to be your weekend lover. I don't want to be some kind of friend. Hey. Baby, I could never steal you from another. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only want to see you underneath the purple rain. Honey, I know, times are changing. It's time we all reach out for something new. That means you too. You say you want a leader, but you can't seem to make up your mind. I think you better close it and let me guide you to the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. You know what I'm saying about up here? Come on, raise your hand. Purple rain, purple rain.
been 7 hours and 50 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing, I said nothing can take away this blues. 'Cause now
And if the stars ever fell one by one from the sky, I know Mars could not be too far behind. Cause baby, this kind of beauty, it's got no reason to ever be shy. Cause honey, this kind of beauty, the kind that comes from inside. Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? So beautiful, beautiful. It's plain to see, plain to see. You're the reason that God made a girl. Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? It's plain to see. You're the reason that God made a girl. You're the reason. The stars. Could you be ever felt one by one in the sky? I know Mars. Plain to see. Could not be just the reason that God made a girl. Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? Could you be?
You don't need no medicine to tell you how you're feeling. No escape from within. It's gonna keep your heart beating. You are the seed, a million stars, the future and the past. You hold the key, the world is ours. So raise your head if you wanna make a change. You just gotta do your own stunts. Don't be afraid anymore. You just gotta break the
시즌 1 코데스. 핫6 GSL 시즌 1 코데스.
What's up, guys? We're back here at the GSL COEX. I am finally back in town and here with Artie Mitosis. How you doing, buddy?
Better now that you're here.
It's so good to be back. It's been a fantastic semifinal so far. I think today's going to be even better. Well, it should be better.
Today will
I think it actually, it's physically impossible for it not to be better.
Yeah, no, even if it's like a 4-0, should be closer than what we saw before.
I think so. Speaking of closeness,
we have nowhere to go but up right now.
I believe so, especially after that last semifinals. Now, as far as closeness goes, this is a very tough one to call.
Yeah, it really is.
Do you have anybody you want to predict?
This one's so tough, right? Like, I would lean towards Zest because his play has been like as close to flawless as you can really get, but Deer is like kind of right there as well, and it's PvP, right? So it's that mirror matchup. It's not as volatile as some people might think it is. It's definitely a very skill-based matchup, but it's really hard to call who takes it. When they actually played against each other in Pro League like a while back, Zest was definitely the better player and ended up actually losing. But
I actually think it might be Deer here.
You think so?
I've just been casting a lot of PvPs at SPO and watching Deer as a player. And, you know, even when he's behind, he has the ability to come back. But Zest may be the guy who's overall a better planner. But let's keep in mind, I mean, I think Deer is occasionally overshadowed by players like Zest because Zest had more recent incredible success. But I don't know. Deer could definitely take this.
Yeah, it absolutely could go either way. I think that, you know, the first couple games will really tell us which way this is favoring. It's like, I feel like Zest outplays everyone, and Deer is super solid and waits for people to screw up, if that makes sense in a way.
Deer might have the best control in PvP.
He does have very good control.
Get this guy to the point where he has disruptors, he is really scary.
To be honest, I don't know if we're going to see many disruptors today. I think that these guys are going to play like very mobile-based styles, mobile-based strategies, going into things like Blink and then Charge later on. And just like Deer really likes to kind of just control the flow of the game and like have that. He plays it like he's Zerg kind of, right? Like he always has a bit too many units. And, you know, I mean, they both have a lot of flexibility, but I don't know if it's going to come down to Disruptor. If it did, that would be fun, though, because both these guys are, like,
that's one of the funnest units to watch cast. The least fun one to lose to.
Yeah, that is true. I don't have too much fun losing Disruptors.
No. You're not like, well, that was a good game.
Yeah.
But it definitely makes for some exciting games. So, if you guys missed the last matches we had not long ago there, TY dominated Cure.
Yeah, it was game one was fantastic.
I was landing in Korea when that was happening, so I had to check those out a little bit later on. But yeah, I mean, TY looking absolutely terrifying. But I think either Zest or TY has a very good chance. Or excuse me, Zest or Deer has a very good chance against TY.
Yeah, no, I think the finals is going to be just stupid good. I think that TVP is a great matchup right now, and both these guys have what it takes to push TY to his absolute limits. And might even win. Like, it's hard to say Zest versus TY. I would say Zest versus any Terran in the world should win, but team kill potential, you know, it gets weird. There's a lot of mind games and stuff going on.
Absolutely there is.
And, you know, obviously Deer just super strong Protoss right now. I think you have to give him the title of second best Protoss in the world to Zest.
Well, I think we're going to know by the end of tonight who is, in fact, the best here.
Well, I guess we'll know who's the best at PvP. But,
sure.
Like, Zest literally, in my mind, cannot lose best Protoss in the world today. He can't. Even if Deer 4-0s him, I'm like, okay, well, he's a better PvPer. But Zest PvT right now, what's his streak at? He's won like 12 in a row or something. It's like stupid.
He makes the matchup look a little bit scary.
Yeah. He's like a whole nother level.
Also, really good to see Deer performing so well.
Yeah, no, he's...
long ago, you guys might have heard the story before, but we had Deer as kind of the dark horse, you know, a bit of the random guy, the unexpected player you'd have in a GSL. And I was joking the first day we were casting, this was years ago, Artosis,
Yeah.
saying, wouldn't it be funny if he actually won? And then he did win that season.
엄청
Pretty
진짜
crazy.
딴딴한 것 같아요. 운영을 좋아하는 거는 비슷한 것 같은데 성욱 형은 좀 불리한 상황에서도 좀 안정감 있게 하는 스타일인 것 같아요.
속을 못 막습니다.
그렇죠. 19기 잡아내면서 붙이기 들어가네요. 시간에는 수월하고 있는 조성원. 존재 이후에 그 자체 광전사.
호락 광전사.
야, 그렇죠. 335 광전사.
네. 자, 밀어올 수 있겠는데요.
밀어붙이죠.
이공지어서 역전 나오게 되고
다속이 타는 기가 막히네요.
확실히 공화유산 와서 좀 토스가 주도권을 가지고 공격할 수 있는 상황이 많아가지고 그 부분에서 너무 마음에 들어가지고 잘 풀리고 있는 것 같아요.
계속합니다.
진짜 이건 전투 머신입니다.
전쟁 광해요.
싸우려고 태어난 게 주성욱이에요.
그 윤영조 선수한테 제가 좀 군단의 심장에서 좀 안 좋은 기억이 있었는데 솔직히 이게 자신이 있어서 좀 생각보다 덤덤한 것 같아요. 동준이도 좀 스타일리시하게 전투도 잘하고 운영도 판짜기 같은 것도 잘 준비할 땐 잘하더라고요.
잡아내죠. 풀 들어오면 위험한.
불면자. 오 이거 진짜. 저거 지금 자원 못 돌려요. 열기 3개 유지하면서 불면자 정확하고
노력한 게 나와서 더 기분 좋은 것 같고 그리고 아직 그래도 좀 항상 보면 부족한 부분이 많아요. 이길 때는 좀 좋게 이기는데 질 때는 좀 허무하거나 좀 스스로 못한다는 생각도 많이 들어가지고 많이 더 노력해야 될 것 같아요.
손으로 안 싸워 이 선수는요. 남으로 싸우지.
남자 칼봉 뭐라도 해야 되는데 박동규는 저그를 다 밀고 있습니다.
그렇죠.
그것도 한 방에 단칼에 매는 거거든요.
이랍 공격에
공격에
저번 시즌에도 4강 갔었는데 이번 시즌에도 또 4강 오게 돼서 더 기쁘고 그리고 저번 시즌에는 결승 못 갔기 때문에 이번 시즌에는 꼭 가고 싶어요. 아무래도 제가 처음 진출해서 우승까지 한 거잖아요. 그래서 그 약간 부담감이 더 컸어요. 지금도 그렇게 막 엄청나게 자신감이 있지는 않은데 준비하고 이기는 그 과정이 너무 재밌기 때문에 이번에도 그렇게 좀 재밌게 준비하면 좋은 결과가 있지 않을까 싶어요.
주정 선수의 쏠리거든요.
최재
주정 우승. 이번 경기 그 작년의 그 길고 긴 시간에
확실히 그때보다는 지금 약간 노하우 같은 게 쌓여가지고 방송에서 어떻게 하면 더 유리하게 승리할 수 있는지 그런 부분에서 좀 노련미가 생긴 것 같아요. 그때에 비해. 군단의 심장 때부터 저보다 먼저 우승해가지고 많이 보고 배웠어요.
항상 좀 꾸준하잖아요. 좀 못하는 경기가 없고 쉽게 지지 않고 그런 면이 있기 때문에 저도 항상 배우고 있고
동준이가 평소에 저를 잘한다고 칭찬 많이 해주는데 막상 경기는 제가 그때 졌었어가지고 좀 그 말 듣고 약간 놀리는 듯한 기분을 좀 받긴 했는데 이번에 이겨서 확실히 인정받고 싶어요.
그때는 아예 공원에선 진짜 초반이기도 했고 분열기에 대한 개념이 제가 좀 더 좋지 않았나.
우승은 동준이가 먼저 했지만 이제 대회에서의 부분이 이제 확실히 더 노련한 것 같아요.
풀푸전은 확실히 동족전이기 때문에 다른 종족전보다 밸런스 이런 게 상관이 없기 때문에 오히려 더 편한 것 같고
누가 이기든 좀 재밌는 경기 했으면 좋겠어.
요새 엄청 잘하시고 계신데 죄송한데 제가 좀 기세 꺾어도 될런지 모르겠어요. 결승전 간지 정말 오래됐거든요. 그래서 결승전이란 무대에 가면 진짜 첫 결승하는 것처럼 새로울 것 같아요. 그리고 이번에도 야외 결승이기 때문에 더더욱 욕심이 나는 것 같고
야외 무대 하는 거 보면서 좀 많이 부러웠는데 이번에 기회가 찾아온 것 같으니까 꼭 4강전 열심히 준비해서 야외 무대에서도 꼭 우승하는 모습 보여드리겠습니다.
Semifinal Match 2.
All right, we're going to be going into an interview now, which will be translated by Sojung. We're going to find out what the thoughts of the two coaches here, of the players, have to say.
Hello guys, instead of the players like last time, we have both coaches. Instead of the head coach, we have Ryu from KT Rolster and Stork from Samsung Galaxy.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Hello Stork and hello Ryu.
자, 오늘 이 두 선수들의 매치 정말 재밌을 것
Well,
같습니다.
it's gonna be a fun night also.
스타트를 끄는 대로
And
팀끼리 내전 가자.
there's another coach from KT Rolster.
분위기 어때요?
처음에 이제 하기 전부터
Well,
4강
first-
상대가 객관적으로 저희 전력이 다 우수, 조금이라도 더 우수하다 생각을 했었고
Well, we thought that
예상을
our
했었는데
players were
막상
better in the
여러
beginning.
4대 0으로 이기고
But you know, it was 4-0 and we had a really good start to
자,
begin
이제
with, so
한
we feel really
장이면
good.
주성욱 선수 오늘 컨디션은 좋아요?
사실 주성욱 선수는 뭐 컨디션은
Well,
기계여가지고
Zest is like a machine, you know, you just can't talk about his condition. I don't know what to say, but I think he's always good, and now Zest is
자,
kind of
이제
smiling.
코치에게도 물어보겠습니다.
And now Stork, back to Stork.
다시 한번 결승 진출
Gear
노리고
is
있습니다.
now
지금 컨디션 어때요?
waiting to go to finals.
최근에 프로리그
Recently, he lost twice in Pro League, and then he was kind of unstable, but he won again. And while he was preparing for GSL, I think he's now running back to his own condition. And now Zest is one of the best Protoss, but Gear is, I think, as good as Zest, so I think he's good.
정말 전성기 시절의
And
그런 카리스마
Gear is actually showing one of his charisma from back in the days when he was so good.
올라올 수 있었던 그
But I don't know what the tip is.
코치진 입장에서는 어떻게
Maybe
평가하고
it's
계신지 궁금하네요.
all thanks to coach. And he says personally,
많이 보고 있는 사람으로서 하스스톤을 많이 했었는데
he played Hearthstone a lot, but as LOTV came out, he stopped playing Hearthstone.
Busted.
I think that's why, and he only concentrates on one game. So yeah, I think that's one of the main reasons. But still, he's a pro gamer, so he plays Hearthstone really well. But now that he concentrates on Legacy of the Void, he has gotten really better. And he used to do Heart of Storm well, but I think he's kind of like top class in Legacy of the Void due to stop playing Hearthstone. But anyways,
사실 GPG이면 100점 100점이라고 하죠. 오늘
now know your enemy and know you will be able to win 100%. I think they would have studied each other. Let's see what the coaches would have done, has done.
일단 주성욱 선수 상대로 동준이가
Well, against Zest, Gear has won against Zest in Pro League and lots of
플레이
games.
스타일 같은 것도
He knows
굳이 제가 말 안 하더라도 너무 뻔한
He knows Zest's
노출된 게 많다
play
보니까
style because it has been exposed. It's very cliche. So I think it would have been comfortable for Gear to prepare. So I don't think he is as nervous as me, you know, during the interview myself.
어떻게 해라 이렇게 조언해 주신 게 있나요?
Let's see what Ryu has said.
딱히
Well, Zest,
조언을 안 해도 알아서 너무 잘하는
he just does it really well without any advice or tips. So,
선수들이 조금씩 조언을 해주더라고요.
but
최성훈
players,
선수나
the
요즘에
teammates
조금 잘
gave
나가는
him
김대엽
some tips, you know, like
조언을 많이
stats.
해줘가지고
His own teammates gave him a little tip,
큰 어려움은
but I don't think
워낙
he had any hardships, any little
운영이나 이런 걸
hardships.
잘하긴 하는데
He's really good at
허점이
strategies,
보이는
but
선수라
he
주성훈
has
선수가
those
또
little
그런 거 가만 안
mistakes,
놔두거든요.
but Zest never lets go of those mistakes. So I think he will be able to do very well.
믿음도 느껴지는데 정말 말씀대로
Well, we feel the trust,
연습량도 워낙 많은
and we
걸로
heard that
알려져
Zest
있고 기계
practices
같은
a lot
플레이를 보여주기
and
때문에
plays like a machine, like a
팀
robot.
내에서 궁금해요. 팀 내에서
Let's see how he does
팀 내에서 이제
in his own team.
팀 내에서 별명이 주파고예요.
He is called a Zupago.
주파고.
You know, the AlphaGo,
요즘
Zest,
별명인가 봐요.
AlphaGo, the
원래
Zampago.
제가
I think
알파주를 밀었는데
I went for Alpha Zoo, but the head coach is
What do they
go
call it? Zest?
Zupago.
Zupago?
They used to go with Alpha Zoo, but you know.
Alpha Zoo? I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know about any of these.
I don't know, guys. Just go Reddit. Just go with anything Zupago, because his last name is Ju. The go is Zupago.
전태양 선수가
But
물건을
anyways,
좀 잘 잃어버리는데
you know, TY loses his stuff really well.
지갑을 계속 찾고 있으니까
He kept looking for his wallet, and then Zest was like, suddenly, just think about it very well. Just think back in memory.
근데 얼마 전에
And then
주성 선수가 이제
a while
핸드폰을
ago, Zest
지하철에서 도둑 맞았거든요.
got his phone stolen on a subway.
2주 후에 알고
And-
보니까 자기 주머니에.
And 2 weeks later, he finds it in his pocket.
그런 식으로 좀 허당한 이미지가
So
있어요.
he kind of has those kind of like mistakes. He kind of has those blind spots.
Is this what happens when you get the coaches
kind
on
of
here? It's
blind
just
spots.
non-stop embarrassing stories.
You know, this is like really fun to translate. I wish, you know,
Yeah.
this is the hardest translation ever. But anyways, both players have won GSL before. They are both striving to win GSL, and they are predicting 4-3. What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I think it's 4-3. I think Deer's
What about
going to take
you?
it.
선수가
Artosis.
분단의 심장에선 기계였는데
네.
공허에서
4-2
전수가
Zest.
좀 있다 보니까
Well, I'm gonna go for 4-1 Zest.
되는 것
then.
같더라고요.
오, 상당히
4-1
인정해 주시는 것
Yeah,
같아요.
Wow,
winning.
okay.
But anyways, let's see for the store.
4대2로 동준이가
4-2 Deer.
그
So
이유는
you're in favor of Zest, right?
좋아지면서 두 판밖에 못 이겼기
I'm in favor of Deer
Oh.
personally.
Okay. Let's see.
네, 이렇게
Well, anyways,
트로터스기도 하고
I don't know what's gonna
더더욱
happen.
백동준 선수의 기량 잘 파악이 되실 것 같은데 현재 기량이 그렇게 좋은가 봐요.
maybe.
일단-
Well, Stork says Deer is doing really well right now.
이번 4강전이 제가
Well, I think
생각하기에는
these
결승전
semifinals,
같다고
it just
생각이
feels like
들거든요.
finals for me.
아무래도 결승에 올라가 있는 상대보다 지금 주성우 선수가 더 큰
I think
고비라고 생각을
Zest
하고
is the
그래서
bigger
동준이가
mountain than
그만큼
the
더
opponent
신뢰를
in the finals right now.
불러가지고
He says
연습을
he's the bigger opponent
더
than
좋은 결과가
TY,
있을 거라고
and
생각해요.
I think he will have a very good result if he
더더욱
wins.
기대가 되는데요. 자,
And
경기 시작하기
anyways,
전에
before we
마지막으로
go,
긴장하고
let's
있는
see-
선수들에게
Let's hear any
든든한
last
한마디까지
comments
들어보도록 하겠습니다.
from the
자,
coaches.
유현 코치님 먼저 해주시죠.
First, Ryu from
이번에
PK
꼭
roster.
이겨가지고
Well, I hope you
크로스매치
win.
KT 3명
Let's go for cross match
네.
그리고
for team kill.
3대 0으로
And
지고 있어도
even
뭐
if you're
세 판도
losing
지고
3-0,
이길 수 있는데
You can still win.
백동준 선수가 3판 지면 송병구 코치님
Well, if
말대로 질 것 같아요.
Deer
4대 2로.
loses 3-0, I think we will lose 4-2, but I don't know what he just said.
네,
Let's go for
반대편
Stork.
스타리그에서
In SSL,
저희 팀의 민수가
our
김기현
Solar
선수한테 져서 결승
lost
진출
against
못했거든요.
Stats,
네, 오늘도
so he wasn't able to go to the
동준이가
finals. So if
KT
Deer
한테
loses,
결승전 자리를 다 양보해주는 느낌이 나기
we would have
때문에
given everything to KT
동준이가
roster
팀의 자존심을
finals.
지켜줬으면
So I
좋겠고,
hope Deer protects
꼭
our
결승 갔으면 좋겠어요.
Deer protects his pride and goes to finals. Well, a lot is on the line for both teams, and I'm going to hand it over to Artosis, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Sojung. Tosis. We have now learned.
I have returned.
We have now learned that Deer plays Hearthstone a lot, and that Zest is bad at keeping track of his cell phone. That's more than I expected to get out of this interview, actually.
Totally. Yeah, that was
as
a
well as
good
the
interview, actually.
hopes and desires of their coaches.
Those guys were fun.
I do like the teasing from the coaches there.
Yeah, it's really cute. I like Zest slapping it off too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here we are. You're thinking, what was the score that you gave for Deer? A 4-3?
I thought 4-3 Deer.
Not very confident in your boy, are you?
I just know Zest is so good, you know? But look, this is one I could definitely be wrong on. I mean, Zest could actually just come out completely dominant.
Yeah, I think that it's something that's going to be interesting with Zest is, does he take a few risks? Because I think that there's a problem sometimes you see in PvP. We saw a lot in Heart of the Swarm when it was like really developed with Hero, Zest, and Rain. They were so much better than everyone that they would play too safe, you know, like always get the Robo and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the players right below them, like Trap and stuff, would come in and slaughter them because it's like, oh, I just cut one edge. Like I pretend DTs don't exist and I'm ahead of you.
PvP's always had some weird properties like that where you can actually, you can cut corners and get ahead, but not just get ahead, oftentimes win.
Yeah. And that's where I'm wondering, with Zest. With Deer, I don't think it's as much of an issue. I think he's going to have his build orders kind of set.
Okay.
And whereas with Zest, I see a possibility of him playing a very reactionary, safe play.
I thought the exact opposite. I thought it'd be Deer doing the reactionary play and Zest with more mapped out builds. But
well, what I'm hoping for Zest is he kind of has more mapped out strategies. But I've definitely seen him in the past. Sometimes he just likes to play reactive because he's just like the best player that there is. So when you get to that level, you just don't want to lose, you know?
Yeah, of course. Game 1 is going to be on Dusk Towers. This is a best of 7, so the first of 4 wins moves on to the finals against TY. A lot of pressure. You really could not ask for a better PvP with these two players, man.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. Let's do it, Tasteless.
All right, the game's loaded up. Let's do this. Game number 1, Zest against Deer for the second half of the semifinals in the GSL. In the bottom left in the blue, he is
All-Star, Jest.
Thank you guys for coming down. Welcome to the studio. We have our new totally pimped out studio down here. We've had this for, I think, like 4 weeks now or something like that. But it is incredible, and you really got to come down here live to experience it. In the upper right, in the red,
Samsung Galaxy, Deer.
So,
all right, some PvP hype here in the crowd. I believe, yeah.
A Protoss match! That's
also
great.
saw a sign in there from Canada. Thanks for coming down, guys. I know that's a long trip.
Okay.
All right.
So,
already interesting ways to open here.
Yeah.
I believe it's actually a full wall in there from Deer.
That's right.
Yep. So
double gateway, double gas opening. So already they're showing their colors here. This is one of the 2 maps where you absolutely can go for a very fast Nexus even before your Cybernetics core.
Right.
But neither of them doing so.
And also keep in mind, when you do this lockout strat, which we're seeing here from Deer, it's going to stop them from getting inside your base, so you might not have any idea what's going on later on.
Mm-hmm. And look at that, a pylon down the ramp right there. So this is kind of interesting to see. This could just be to scout anything coming out, such as Adepts. I don't think it's necessarily for anything aggressive, because if that, I mean, it should be dealt with before, before we could see Warp Gate research done.
Now note that Deer does have a probe over here blocking off the would-be Nexus that could warp in, and now he does place his own pylon back there. So I'm liking what we're seeing here from Deer. Let's go ahead and see where Zest decides to take this game. My God.
Wow. Okay, so this is complete aggression, and this is something
is cool.
Zest has shown us this before. In the Pro League playoffs, he did this on Arena against Trap.
That does the Mothership Core spot it. Okay, that's what I was wondering. It's because even though that's just out of range, I wonder if it would have been as worth it to keep it up there. Now, the Zealot's coming up here. This pylon is pretty low. The Mothership Core is going to have to turn around. There we go.
And look, this is all that Zealot wanted to do, to take that 50 energy, absolutely worth 100 minerals.
Yeah, and we have Stalkers headed northbound right now with another Mothership Core. The Mothership Core, actually, of Zest coming up here. And this is a really interesting play. Now, this was in blatant proximity of the ramp here, so it was going to get spotted. But it looks like with the timing of this, he should be able to come up here and deny. Well, hold on!
And
oh, wow, that is a problem. Okay, the pylon does go down, but the probe that was there to back up and possibly remake the second is just a little bit later. So the Robo not able to get that Immortal out as quickly. Also important to note, the Stalkers that are coming out here right now for Deer are locked out. So when that Immortal does come out, assuming that they're the other 2 additional Stalkers do come on the outside there, they have to hit the Immortal head on.
Yeah, that's really, really tough. And he's lost his Mothership Core. He is going to have to remake that, right? I mean, that's going to be very important to try to hold this.
This build for Zest...
Okay, actually, it does have it there.
This build for Zest did not go exactly the way it was practiced.
No, certainly not.
But just so you guys know, this is... A few things were a little bit late. Some very good handling. I'm wondering if maybe he should have pulled that probe away that was over there at the pylon. Maybe not had taken those few extra shots with the Mothership Core, because he hit it so well. There would not have been a way for his opponent to know. He's coming up and poking the pylon, however. I think, at least for now, the ramp is going to be secure.
Yeah, I mean, look, how does he actually get up there? With the Sentry here, you're not going to really break it easily.
Okay, so he's poking at the gateway. There is the second Immortal about to come out here, but the Robo Bay is almost done here for Deer. Also, keep in mind, guys, Deer does have an expansion in the top right.
Yeah, this is...
So, if he does hold off the attack from Zest, he is going to have a pretty healthy economy coming off of this.
This is, like, very tough for Zest to actually break him because it's such a tiny ramp.
Yeah.
Force fields are just too powerful against it, so eventually he is going to have to use Warp Prism play to try to get up there. But even then, I mean, you're trying to unload a Warp Prism. They can pick up from far away, but they certainly can't unload from far away.
Also, we got to see how fast this Immortal can come out here. And not a ton of locations that he can drop from, at least here at the main entrance. I don't think he would try to go to the expansion. I think that would be a waste of time with the Warp Prism, I mean. And he's, oh, excuse me, all right, I stand corrected. Let's see if this actually works, though.
All right, well, Immortals definitely can do a lot of damage here. 2 Stalkers. He does get the Prism out of there, and the Immortals killing off quite a bit, but he is going to have to evacuate him. Only picks up 1.
Yeah, and note he kept the sentry over there at his ramp, so he could actually have force field that off. Pretty difficult, choice to make back there for Zest as he tried to just run up the ramp and close it out.
Zest not going to give this up quite yet. Going to go ahead, drop again on this back Nexus. They're very even as far as the actual probe counts go.
That's right.
But if Zest gets nothing done, then Deer just gets to start making probes from 2 Nexus.
Yeah, that's the big issue. He's not actually killing a bunch of probes in this expansion, so he's just, spreading the army out right now of Deer. But a player the caliber of Deer could cope with this situation and has done so pretty effectively. We have 2 Adepts, by the way, shading out there and headed southbound to try to get inside the main here of KT Zest.
Well, they will definitely be able to get into that main base, no doubt. And the Mothership Core actually all the way up might have to do something like a recall to make sure he can deal with that. In the meantime, Zest continuing to harass here.
Got to be careful. That Warp Prism already pretty bruised, and the ramp is naked. Although I don't know if Zest is going to attempt to push up, and it looks like he may be a bit distracted here by the Adepts of Deer.
You know what? Zest has done a good enough job here, I would say, that I don't really put him too far behind, right? He's still got a little bit of a contain here, and he's gone into double Stargate Phoenix behind this. And, oh, God, this is the worst thing that could happen for Deer. He makes a Stargate of his own.
Yeah, and whenever you're behind in Stargate against double Stargate, you're only going to put yourself in a further disadvantage here. The Warp Prism comes by, good pickup, still really getting a lot of value out of that unit. Finally, he'll be able to push down here. Now, important to note is that the Robo Bay is in this location, so taking this out is going to lock him out of Robotech, at least for the time being. Although, like you were saying, Artosis, with the Stargate tech that is, at this point in time, we can deem it inferior coming from Deer, I don't think that getting the Robo Bay is necessarily going to get Deer in any kind of advantage here. I think the lead is still going to Zest.
The fact that Zest has a Prism and he has an Observer, right? He does have an Observer, I'm pretty sure. And he has 2 Immortals. That's like all he really needs. If he just pumps Phoenixes nonstop against Deer who doesn't have Blink, he is going to have inferior air for sure, and in fact is flying across the map with most of his tech here, a Warp Prism with 2 Immortals.
Yeah.
That gets caught, suddenly we just have a huge advantage for Zest.
Narrowly, that manages to get away, the Warp Prism does. Now he has a Phoenix of his own coming down here. The Phoenixes, by the way, of Zest are pretty far out. It looks like he should be able to catch that Warp Prism.
Yeah.
But speaking of Warp Prisms, Deers might be punished, as you were saying, coming up here, Artosis. Wait, I don't think we caught it on camera. I think our ops missed it.
Looks like just one Immortal got out of there, but nice pick off there by Deer. Thing is, he is going to lose his as well. Where are those Phoenixes? They should be coming right in.
Yeah, actually, where? Okay, there they are. Oh, he needs
to
unload.
And he happens to not be over land when they hit. Oh, brutal.
All right, well, he's going to get the pickup here on this Immortal. And I don't think it's going to be wise for Deer to try to come down and help out. It's too far of a distance. So the answer from Deer is that he expands, trying to keep some kind of economy lead, while Zest is, I would say, narrowly outplaying him. But this is some pretty technical stuff we're seeing here from these 2 sides.
Yeah, it certainly is. And Deer has done a great job holding on. Like, his defensive micro was fantastic against the Immortal push and all. But I would say strategically, Deer opened up better than Zest.
I agree.
But Zest is still in the lead. So if this doesn't point towards Zest maybe having an edge in the series, I don't know what would.
All right, he does shave off a few of those Phoenixes, but the Phoenix count already still in the lead here for Zest. So this is a bit of a problem. The second Stargate's going to finish, but I think the lead right now is insurmountable here from Zest. Also, Artosis, I think even executing-wise, early on, I think Deer did a better job, but Zest really picked it up and made some smart plays.
Strategically, it was like really smart how he did it. He's like, okay, now I'm nonstop immortal harassment while keeping a contain on, teching up, making a Nexus. And he kept the probe count low enough on Deer that he didn't actually gain anything out of the quicker Nexus. Well, and that's all they had to say about that game.
Well, it's summed up pretty well. Phoenix is right now for Zest having a little bit of an advantage. He's going to come in here, try to poke in, just take out some workers if he can. He has to be careful not to take too much extra damage on those Phoenixes, because if you get your Phoenix army misplaced even for a little bit, those units die pretty quickly, man.
And now, one thing to mention here is Zest has scouted the fact that Deer is getting Phoenix range on that fleet beacon, and he's continuing to make Phoenixes, but is not getting his own Phoenix range, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what direction this game could take here, because